Well, good morning. Welcome to Living in the Tennessee Bottoms. If you're new to our channel, we'd like to welcome you aboard. And if you're one of our subscribers, we'd like to welcome you back this morning. Do us a favor. Today is, this month is Miss Libby's birthday month. And we're going to celebrate her all month this month. I'd like for y'all to join along and help me. Do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I imagine it just tickle her to death. But let's go ahead and take a little walk. It's raining right now. Got chores that's got to be done regardless of what, if it's raining and snowing. Watched a movie a long time ago, a short documentary from a guy that called the movie was named Buck, and it was about horses and critters and everything in general. It just said, hey, they've been out there all night waiting for you. Time to go feed them. So we got chickens and whatever, it's got to be fed. Speaking of chickens, I think I'm gonna walk over here and get underneath this tree for a second. We had some chickens born back in on Good Friday. Let me find me a crepe myrtle to get underneath here. On Good Friday, and then we had a hen sitting on about 10 eggs just a few weeks after that. Well, she got ready to hatch out her 10 eggs. We had to find a place to put the other chickens that were hatched out, so we've got a smaller cage. I put them in a cage on the ground, and the wire was about that wide and about big enough no critter could get through it. Well, the next morning I went back out there. One was completely gone. One was decapitated. One was deceased. Another one was like I once had his leg dismembered. One was okay. I thought, what in the world? Anyway, I went ahead and I thought, I got to get the cage to catch this. I said, it must be a rat or something. Because everything likes a chicken. As Miss Libby said it over and over and over. Raccoons, possums, skunks, rat, it don't matter what, everything likes a chicken. So I put the first trap out, and it was a small and big enough to catch a rabbit. Anyway, I went back the next morning, and that, whatever it was, got caught up in it, and it drug it all over the chicken house. So I got a bigger cage, put it outside the barn, and it didn't trigger it. So I thought, well, it must be too big for one cage and too little for the other cage. Well, I worked on the bigger cage, and let me take you up here and let me show you. We caught them. We caught him. Let me turn you around here. There he is right there. Look at them long legs on that puppy. Look at them claws. We're going to take him down the road. Possum's going to take a trip today. He's going to go on vacation. He's going to go way on down the road about 10 miles from here because they are good critters. They eat bugs, snakes, mice. You know, they clean up dead carcasses and all that good stuff. So they do have a purpose. God's got to give them a purpose, whatever. So let's do a quick walk around here for a while. You just get sopped because, matter of fact, they said on the news the other day, this has been the first 5 months of the year has been the rainiest 5 months, they said, in 50 years, and we definitely believe it. I'm gonna turn you around. We're gonna walk through the garden before it gets any worse. And here's Miss Libby's pumpkins. They are looking good. I've told you over and over. Miss Libby does like fall of the year. It's her favorite time. Orange colors and all that stuff. So she is going to have, I think we got like 45 hills of pumpkins here. She is going to have some pumpkins. And over here is our squash. And we got squash down at the far end. We're going to be eating squash this week. Here's 2 rows of okra that we planted by seed from our old seed. It did not come up. Here's our cucumbers going down through there, and planted some here last week. Bought them, and they're not doing real good. The ones on the far end are. I hadn't seen if we got any cucumbers on them yet. Here is some of our strawberries, which you can't see, that we saved. Here is our our okra. I bought from Pennington Seed last week. Got some good seed, and they're coming up. Here is our jalapeno peppers. They're doing great. We got, I think, 10 Better Boy tomatoes down at the far end. Here's another row of peppers we planted by seed right here. And you can see I've been trying to let them come up, but it's just grass. I'm going to till it up. Same way down at the far end. We bought some bell pepper and planted them right here. These are Manicani peppers, which I was told they're supposed to produce a huge pepper. Then we got regular bell pepper down there, like 2 different types. Got yellow bell pepper here, banana pepper down there. We got 3 rows of tomatoes here, And there I think are Jetstar, Early Girls, and some Better Boys. And over here is our Kentucky Wonders, which I've got to get my wire like right here, which we have told you since we started our channel is that we try to reuse anything we can without going to brick and mortar store and buying it. This is wire I had from around the pasture I took down, fence poles I've had for the past 20 years. Cut my wire in sections, and Miss Libby came out here and cut all the plants, the bottom part of the plant off, and actually wouldn't be on the ground. Tied it up. Got to do the same thing right here. And this is some more fencing I had around the house. So I've tucked sections of it and gone down through here, left an opening for my gate, because what we're going to try to do is keep critters out. And I may have to put an electric fence around the top because coyotes love watermelon. And on that note, right here is our watermelon. And you can see me and Miss Libby's got to get out here with a hoe. I ran a tiller down through here, but we got to start chopping grass. But we got watermelon plants here. We got some big plants coming on down the road here. Let me walk you on out here. There's a nice one right there. There's a nice one right there. So what we're going to do is cut the hay, cut the grass out, and had hay on my mind there because Miss Lucy said I need to buy some hay for us to put around our watermelon. We got some type of giant watermelon. I can't remember what the name of it is. And then here we got dew melon. Over here we got a little row here. There ain't nothing planted. We got some more dew melon. We got 2 rows of flowers right there, and then we got some more sugar baby watermelons right there. And then we come on down and we've got some dollar store green beans Miss Libby bought, and they're coming along pretty good. We got 3 rows of top pick peas from seed that we did save from 2 years ago. And by George, they're thriving, they're doing good. And then we got 2 rows of sweet potatoes. This is the best looking sweet potatoes I think we've ever had. We've always planted them too late. And they are thriving. They really look good. Our corn is something I really want to discuss right here. Is panning you way over yonder. I guess I should start over yonder first. Let's walk over there for a minute. What's going on is we planted corn 1 week apart, so we would be able to harvest corn every week for 4 weeks. So we tried 2 different types of corn this year. Last year we had peaches and cream, and I really did like it. Right here we planted ambrosia corn, which is supposed to be kind of like peaches and cream, you know, to one sense. But if you can look, you can see how it's kind of skimpy in spots. Some of the seed didn't come up. This here was planted somewhere, I believe, around the 15th of May, and it's coming along good. You know, I've tilled it, got it fertilized. We planted this corn here a week later, and it's ambrosia also. But see, like some of the seed didn't germinate. You can see the bald spots we got there. Yeah, and I think over there, right over there on that far row, I think some water stood there maybe. But you can see overall, some of our seed didn't germinate. So then, that was the 2nd week we planted this. The 3rd week, me and Miss Libby planted, here's our peaches and cream. Look at that, ain't that sweet? I mean, that is nice. I mean, every one of them germinated. Then last Saturday, me and Miss Libby planted this right here. And there's 3 rows, and 4th row's coming up now. These 2 rows over here on the end, I'm not for sure. I had some extra seed that was left in the bottom of the container. I'm not sure what that was, but you can see the difference in the type of corn that we got. I'm thinking next year, the ambrosia may turn out to be some really good corn. But right now, I'm gonna stick with peaches and cream. Miss Libby got out here, and all that right there is sunflowers. And we're hoping they're gonna be, it's a lot of sunflower seeds. They're looking good, you know. You can see my other gate down there. I mean, you know, what's happened to us is we just got caught by 2 different floods, and we're not the only people across the United States of America. Let me turn you back around. I'm getting wet out here. You know, all across from North Carolina to Texas, everywhere. Arkansas is getting hammered right now by floods and everything. I seen a thing on Ag Report that the rice farms don't look like they're going to make it at all. The other stuff people's got in the fields, the beans and stuff, they can't get in there to spray their weed killer and stuff. So it looks like it's going to, I'm going to turn you around here. This stick here is hard on your hand. But yeah, I mean, it's hit everybody across the United States this year. So we've been battling since February. Had a flood in February. I mean, you have to go back and watch the videos on that one. You have to see it. It was terrible. Came in almost overnight. Anyhow, it's a long story. Then turned around, you know, sort of dried up. And within a month, I was trying to do the garden. And in April, another flood hit us. And I mean, it came in with a vengeance and run our garden. We had planned and we pulled stuff up, took it to the house. You have to watch that video too, see what's going on. And then we finally get to the point we are now. We've been fighting. What I've done is where the ambrosia corn was over there, as soon as one spot would dry up out here, I would till it and plant something. Another spot would dry up, I'd till it and plant something. And just kept doing that until we finally got the whole garden in. So we got a few spots we're going to till up that didn't come up, and we're going to go ahead and replant whatever. Because if you keep your eye open, places like Lowe's and your local farmer markets and stuff, as it gets closer to July, they're going to start selling all the stuff they got left that hadn't sold. So what we're going to do is buy stuff and plant late tomatoes. Because after the garden's all gone, getting close to September and stuff, people are still looking for tomatoes and odds and ends, and we're hoping this year we're going to have some. So I'm going to walk you around here before we get off, because there's chores to be done. But I want to show you a project we've been working on. We got water hoses right now ran from the well house. Let me turn you around here real quick. We got water hoses ran from behind the barns where the well is. And we got water hoses ran out up to here to water all of this. You know, she's pretty this morning. God has really blessed us. And it's working okay. But what's happening is here in the south, especially in a high sandy soil, when everything dries out, she dries out quick. You can be walking around in mud and 3 days later you can drive a nail in it, you know. How quick it dries out. So you got to keep things tilled, you got to keep it watered, and like the garden, since it's so big this year, pretty much everything needs watered at one time. So I'm running a new water line, which I started back in end of February, 1st of March. I think I've dug it up 3 times. What happened was one backwater got it in February, then another backwater got it again, and then the rain got it. So every time I got it tilled up, what I've done is, like I said, we've always tried to tell you on our channel, we try to do stuff to save money. You know, use what you got at home. Don't go to that brick and mortar. I've already said that once, but don't do it if you can keep from it. So I took me pan you around one more time. And what we done is, you can see over there behind the fence, the trusty old tiller, and I tilled down through here about 4 or 5 times. I don't know how many times it took to do it. And then before I could get it dug up, the flood would fill it in. I get it done again, flood fill it up, I've done it again. Done it again, rainwater filled it up. So I started this past Wednesday, and I thought, I'm getting this puppy down. So I got her tilled up again, it was still kind of soft. Dug it out yesterday and got my water line in. I think we got 60 foot ran from the pump over to right here, and I have water supply to that. And I'm gonna drop me a line right there to be able to water our chickens. And I got another 60 foot to run. Then I'm gonna have 2 lines out there next to the garden, so me and Miss Libby can water our garden. What fell down there, it's getting kind of slick out here. So we can water our garden anytime we want to. But you can see that we are still cleaning up from all the floods. And I said earlier, my heart goes out to the people in North Carolina, which we wasn't hurt like that at all. But the ones who are some regular subscribers, you've seen our floods. You've seen I was out here wading water up to my chest, feeding chickens. Our pump house got washed away there. It used to be over here. I got to shut the door of my shed there, but it's washed my steps away over there. You not believe the stuff it washed away around here. Then it's been too wet to mow. It's been too wet to weed eat in a lot of places. So I'm mowing when I can, doing what I can. It washed our deck away from our gazebo out there. Pushed it back up on top of the bank. Me and Miss Libby straightened that out. But like I said, we're still trying to tumble in the background. And here it's supposed to get a little worse here just in the next few minutes. And I'm gonna be like a drowned rat out here. So I don't know how this video is gonna come out. I'm gonna find out in a minute. So y'all, we appreciate you tuning in, because we're gonna go take care of the chores. You know, we gotta gather eggs, gotta feed the chickens. We got a mama hen that's gotta be put into another spot. She's sitting on a nest right now inside the chicken house. But she's gonna have to be separated and put in a cage with a bigger area for her and the babies to run around. There's a lot of things that gotta be taken care of in a short period of time. But we appreciate you tuning in. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, me and Miss Libby, we can do just about anything. But one thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll catch you next time around.